Thank you for letting me present on Cascade, our effort to improve colonoscopy polyp removal quality using deep computer learning methods and pixel segmentation. I'm Joga Ivatury. I'm a full-time practicing colorectal surgeon, and on behalf of my partner, Radu Marculescu from Computer Engineering, we're happy to present this work. I'm also presenting on behalf of a patient of mine that I took a colon cancer out of that 2 years prior had a colonoscopy with incomplete polyp removal. We do 15 million colonoscopies a year in the United States to remove adenomas or precancerous polyps to prevent the development of colorectal cancer. However, adenoma detection rates really vary between 7 and 50% based on endoscopist experience, which leads to either missed adenomas or incompletely removed adenomas, which put patients at risk for developing cancer. So we need to be better in terms of identifying adenomas and completely removing them. So I present to you Cascade, a computer vision software to aid physicians in detecting adenomas and ensuring complete real-time adenoma removal. We do this based on pixel segmentation. We break the image down from a pixel by pixel basis to be able to identify adenoma and non-adenoma tissue. These are trained on public use colonoscopy files and local endoscopic images from my clinical practice. And this is something that we hope to reduce the variability that exists with endoscopists. And this is something that has a patent pending. So Cascade offers competitive advantage based on pixel segmentation. There's only one other market player, GI Genius, that's by Medtronic, that's FDA cleared, that identifies lesions. Up on the top left, you can see the green bounding box. With our pixel segmentation, we can actually differentiate between adenomas and ensure all adenoma-based tissue is removed. We had a lot of great meetings with our mentorship team, and we really appreciate their advice. We came up with 3 major strategic initiatives. First, we are going to use Texas Health Catalyst support to continue product validation. We'll utilize a 510K pathway using GI Genius as a predicate, and we'll explore partnerships. Medtronic themselves have an AI access program specifically for GI Genius to improve evaluation and GI Genius itself. So over the next year, we'll really focus on validation, and we'll use Texas Health Catalyst for IP and regulatory support. So I present to you Cascade. Success for us would look like a validated software for identification and on the path for polyp segmentation and post-polypectomy quality, as well as development of partnerships. Thank you.
My question would be, do you have any more information about the accuracy of data in the trial, or more specifically,
So we've trained it on right now thousands of images, and we're above 90% in terms of accuracy. What we really are focusing now on is the diversity of the images, and because through my clinical practice we can know who the patients are, their sex, their race, what the polyp actual pathology is, that is what we're now focused on. We just looked at public use images are just images, and we don't know all that background data. So we're really utilizing clinical practice now with more information to be able to give that information.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Quick follow-up question. Well, not necessarily follow-up, but curious on, is today in the practice, is polyp identification and removal primarily done by human doctors only? Just asking out of curiosity. Is that the primary way we do it? So there's no other than the GI Genius that you showed, there aren't many other popular tools to do identification even?
So most of it is experience and visual cues based on the quality of the image. There are things that we have called narrowband imaging, looking at very specific images on the pit patterns on the polyps and things like that. It's very rarely used. That has existed for decades. So, and GI Genius when I speak to GIs that have used it, they say my adenoma detection rate's pretty high, so it doesn't really affect me. So it's, that aspect of it may or may not. For people with high adenoma detection rates, it won't help them. But people with low adenoma detection rates, they may or may not even know they have low adenoma detection rates.